Hello friends, this is Stimulating Science. In the last video we have seen about the general characteristics of algae. Now let's see the classifications of algae. Algae is classified into chlorophyceae, phaeophyceae and rhodophyceae. Chlorophyceae is otherwise called as green algae, phaeophyceae is otherwise called as brown algae, and the common name for rhodophyceae is red algae. So why do they get these names? We'll study it when we come to the chlorophyll pigments present in them. So let's see the habitat. And Chlorophyceae lives in freshwater and marine conditions. Phaeophyceae, most of them are marine, whereas only some are living in freshwater, and the same case is also for rhodophyceae, where only few are freshwater and most are marine. Now coming to the very important thing, the chlorophyll constituents of the classes. Chlorophyceae has chlorophyll A and B and thus gets its grass green color, and Phaeophyceae has chlorophyll A and C along with fucoxanthin, which is nothing but a xanthophyll pigment. This xanthophyll pigment gives the brown color to the Phaeophyceae. That's why they are called the brown algae. And similarly, because they are grass green, that's why they are called green algae. And similarly, Rhodophyceae has chlorophyll A, D, and along with them they also have phycoerythrin. Phycoerythrin, we know erythrin means red color, right? Erythrin means red color. So they have the common name as red algae. Okay, so if a question arises that according to what key is the common name given, the answer would be the chlorophyll pigment composition, right? Now let's go into the body organization. Chlorophyceae is unicellular and simple, whereas in Phaeophyceae you would have holdfast, stipe and frond. So what are these holdfast, stipe and frond? Let's see. Holdfast is nothing but it's used for attachment to the substratum, and stipe is nothing but a stalk, and the frond is the photosynthetic organ of the algae. Okay, so now let's write it. So frond is the photosynthetic part, is nothing but the stalk. Okay, and the Rhodophyceae is so complex organized, so fortunately we are not gonna discuss about it. And this next thing is we are gonna come to the number of flagella and its position, whether they are equal or not. So coming to the first class, Chlorophyceae, it has 2 to 8 equal and apical flagella. So what do you mean by this? Suppose we take this. This is nothing but a chlamydomonas, right? Which you've seen in the last section. Yeah, this is the apical portion. So 2 to 8, it may be 2 or 8 or the intermediates, it doesn't matter, but they must be equal. That's important. And they must be apical, because for lateral we are going to the next class. That is nothing but the Phaeophyceae. Phaeophyceae has 2 unequal and lateral. For example, this is one, and is the another. It's lateral and it's unequal, right? You can clearly distinguish, right? And it's also 2 in number, not like 2 to 8 and all. So only it should be 2. And coming to the rhodophyceae. Rhodophyceae unfortunately has no flagella, so most of them are just sessile. Okay, and next important thing is the food that is being stored. We are going to see about that. And in Chlorophyceae, the food stored is simply starch. And coming to the next class, it's nothing but Phaeophyceae. The food stored is mannitol and laminaria. M and L. ML. Mannitol and laminarin. Okay, these two are important. Mannitol and laminarin. And the third thing is Rhodophyceae. Rhodophyceae stores its food in the form of Floridian starch, right? Floridian starch is similar to amylopectin and also starch. This is also an important thing. And what are the important things in this table are the chlorophyll pigment constituents and the flagella position and number and the storage of food.